Okay, here we're looking at a 2022 BMW X7. Now this is actually made in Germany for the Thai market, and it comes in at about $200,000 US. If you want this vehicle, it will cost you $200,000 US, or about 6.5 million baht. So it's a pretty expensive vehicle. Let's take a look. Alright, remember in Thailand we're right-hand steering, and this happens to be a 4-liter diesel engine. So this is actually a diesel. Let's take a look at our diesel engine here. I suspect that I have the ZF 8 HP automatic transmission. This is not the hybrid. This is just a straight automatic transmission with a diesel engine. Now, a diesel engine gets excellent fuel economy. Here I have my electric shift, and then I also have my manual selector, but I also have shift paddles, so I can shift up and down at will at any time, or I guess I can select manual mode. I don't think that you have to do that. You just simply use the shift paddle, and if you stop, it will go back to normal automatic mode. And I have my sport, my comfort, my Eco Pro, my adaptive, and my auto hold. And oftentimes when you're using auto hold, it's actually using the anti-lock brake system to hold you in position on a steep grade. And I believe what we have here with this feature is that I can select to move at a minimum speed, or I should say a maximum speed. I won't go much more than 5 miles an hour, 3 to 5 miles an hour. Why would I want to do that? What happens if you're on an extremely steep grade? This is extremely helpful. The anti-lock brake system works to control the speed of the vehicle independent of you. That works very nicely. And here's my electric parking brake. Here I can select the height of the vehicle. This is very nice. With my air ride suspension, I can raise the vehicle way up or lower it way down. Now normally when you raise it way up, if you go faster than 35 miles an hour, it automatically comes back to a safe height. And then we have our control here for the media, home, map, navigation, communication, etc., etc. That's a nice feature. So here is my controls. Here's my parking camera and my parking warning, so my little proximity sensors. That's a nice feature. I can turn off my vehicle stability control if I so choose, and of course my push button to start. And of course obviously keyless go. I'm going to have a key fob. There's no ignition key. Alright, this is my standard kind of BMW layout with the climate controls, which I like because here I don't have to then search through it in the menu. And here we have our stereo system right here with my different selections. We talked about the shift paddle, turn signal. Here are my wipers. And let's see, here's my bright dim. And here's a headlight control down here, but control the brightness, flash the pass, turn signal. It's all right here. Okay. Standard kind of BMW layout. Very nice. Certainly nice center console. Plenty of room, good and deep. I see my 5-volt power. Now I'm looking at that USB port, and it does not look like a conventional USB port. It's probably USB-C, which is probably a little bit of a nuisance because a lot of equipment, people still depend on the old-fashioned USB port for 5 volts. Here's my power plug. And again, when I look at the USB port, that does not look like a conventional early style USB. That's a later style. One thing I don't like is that you got to be careful with this 12-volt power port, because people love to put coins right here, and a penny or a dime finds its way right there into the socket. This feels pretty robust, so oftentimes this is a sore point with used cars. This gets worn out or something gets caught in it, but the finish feels real nice. Leather steering wheel. Steering wheel's a little small. Of course I have my tilt and telescoping feature, which is pretty well standard with BMW. One thing that's a little kind of different here, sitting on the right side of the vehicle when you're used to sitting on the left side. But just remember that you're going to be driving on the left side of the road. So this reminds you to stay there. When you turn right, that's a left, and when you turn left, that's your right, as far as the lanes go. All right, and here we see the X7, and I would say certainly there is seating for 6 passengers. I would say not 7, 6. There are 6 passengers for this vehicle. Certainly comfortable, safe, but this is a 6-passenger vehicle. And as we mentioned, this is a diesel, and we would, as we walk around the vehicle, we would like to take a look under the bonnet and take a look at that 4-liter diesel engine. Okay, now here we have, this is an M Series or M Sport, and so here we have a little different BMW logo. And let's take a look. This is a 6-cylinder. Now, when they say twin turbo, sometimes what they mean is twin scroll turbo. At the, let me take a look, a peek over here. Do I see 2 turbochargers, or do I see just one? No, I think we have just one, but they're referring to it as a twin power turbo. And let's take a look there. We see our air cleaner coming right into the compressor. And then, of course, from the compressor, I'm going to need to cool that compressed air that is heated considerably. And I'm just looking to see how we're doing that here. And as I look, I'm going to guess that I actually have a front air-to-air after-cooler. One of the things that BMW likes to do sometimes is an air-to-liquid heat exchanger on BMW. Let's take a look at what we have here. And notice one little clue right here. Is here I see the coolant reservoir, and if you see a second coolant reservoir, oftentimes that kind of gives it away, that they have an air to coolant heat exchanger there for the output of the compressor of the turbocharger. But I do see that the path there for the output of the compressor is following a long path and coming back to the throttle body. I do have a throttle body. I do have a type of throttle valve. Now these, I told you this is a diesel engine, but I still have a type of throttle valve. And here is my liquid-cooled exhaust gas recirculation system. So I do have EGR. So I'm trying to reduce those peak combustion temperatures and pressures, especially a nuisance there with the diesel. Unfortunately, we can't see under the beauty cover. We're kind of tight here in the engine compartment. And here over on this side, I do see the air cleaner, and here's my mass airflow meter. So I'm measuring the mass of air flowing from the air cleaner into the compressor housing. So here we see an inline 6-cylinder diesel engine, and BMW is staying with the diesel engine. So we have both option of diesel and gasoline here in Thailand, and of course BMW does offer a hybrid powertrain. We get that too. And so we have the 2022 BMW X7 xDrive 40D M Sport.